Once again, very good morning to everyone. Today we are going to talk about happiness. But yes, happiness is not a reward, it's a choice you rehearse daily. So let that sink in you. And let me repeat that happiness is not a reward, it is a choice you rehearse daily. So let me ask you something. And I want you to be honest, at least with yourself. So when was the last time you woke up in the morning and thought, "Aaj ka din acha hoga"? Not because something great is happening today, just because you decided it will be. Most of us, and I include myself in this, had quietly made a deal with happiness. You've told it, you can come in once, I've cleared my to-do list. Once the kids' exams are done, once the appraisal comes through, once things settle down, and happiness, being very patient, just waits. But here is the problem things never fully settle down, there's always a next thing. So today, we are going to talk about something that sounds simple and is, in fact, quietly revolutionary. So, what if happiness wasn't something you earned? What if it wasn't the destination, but the vehicle? And what if, and stay with me here, happiness was not the reward waiting at the end of the race, but the fuel that helps you run it better? So today we are talking about choosing happiness as your baseline, not toxic positivity, not pretending everything is fine when it isn't, but making happiness your default setting, the place you return to again and again. Let me tell you about Kavita. She's 38, homemaker, mother of two, married into a joint family in Jaipur. Now, she had a list, a long one. When the child grew up, I'll be less stressed. When the renovation is done, I'll breathe. When the younger one gets into a good school, I'll celebrate. The renovation finished, the child got admission, the stress found new reasons to stay. And one morning, her neighbor, Meena auntie, 63, arthritic knees, lost her husband 2 years ago, knocks on the door with halwa just because she just wanted to. So Kavita asked, "Auntie, you seem so light. How?" So she laughed. But I used to wait for reasons too. And then I realized reasons will keep changing. So I stopped waiting and started choosing. That conversation changed something in Kavita. She started small, a cup of chai, just hers, before the house woke up. 5 quiet minutes in the morning where she simply breathed. Of course, it didn't fix her life, but it changed how she showed up in it. And let's meet Tanya. She's 29, works in a fast growing startup in Mumbai, loves her work most days. But she's been chasing a promotion for 8 months. And somewhere along the way, she decided, "Oh, I'll be happy when I get it." Every day, she logged in slightly wound up. Every meeting, she was performing. Every evening, she was exhausted. And then her manager said something she didn't expect. "Tanya, you're doing great work, but you seem like you're running from something rather than towards something." And that one line stopped her cold. And she started an experiment. Every morning, before opening her laptop, she would write down one thing she was genuinely excited about that day. Not about work, but about life. Could be chai, could be a podcast, could be Friday. And within 3 weeks, her energy shifted. She was still working just as hard, but now she was working from a full place, not an empty one. She got the promotion 2 months later. But here's the thing, by then, she's already stopped desperately needing it. And gentlemen, I see you. You are either nodding slowly or you are thinking, kya bakwas hai? Either reaction is valid. Let me tell you about Vikram. Senior manager, handles a team of 15, a home loan, one teenager who communicates exclusively through shrugs. And Vikram's version of happiness? जब टारगेट्स हिट हो जाएंगे, जब लोन क्लोज हो जाएगा, जब अर्जुन 10th पास कर लेगा, targets are met, loans close, or when Arjun passes the 10th grade. And one evening, his old college friend visits. They sit on the balcony, old songs playing, chai getting cold, and for 2 hours, Vikram laughs, actually laughs from his stomach. The next morning, he's back to work, but something is different. He's lighter. His team notices. Even his teenager notices. Though obviously he says nothing. So Vikram realized he'd been rationing happiness, treating it like a limited resource he had had to earn first. And it's not limited. And you don't have to earn it. So here's what the science actually says. And for once, the science agrees with the soul. Happy people don't perform well and then become happy. Happy people perform better because they start happy. So, happiness is not the result of success, it's the condition that makes success more likely. So, when you're in a positive state, your brain is literally more creative, more focused, more resilient. You solve problems faster. You connect better with people. You bounce back quicker from setbacks. So, choosing happiness is not a luxury. It is, in fact, a strategy. Like any strategy, it needs to be practiced consistently, even on bad days, and especially on bad days. Because happiness isn't about denying difficulty, it's about refusing to let difficulty become your permanent address. So, I want to give you a practice. It takes 2 minutes. You can do it in your phone notes app, a diary, or the back of a biscuit wrapper also. I won't judge. Every morning, before the noise begins, before the WhatsApp groups, before the news, before anyone needs something from you, write. And what do you have to write? 3 things you are genuinely grateful for today. Yes, 3 things. Not big things. You can even say the chai that was perfect. The fact that it rained, that your back didn't hurt this morning. Small, real, yours. And let me tell you, I love my morning chai. And as soon as this session ends, I go for it. And one thing you're genuinely excited about today. Again, small counts, lunch, a phone call with a friend, a new episode of your show. Excitement doesn't need to be grand. That's it. 4 lines, 2 minutes. But what it does is this: it trains your brain every single morning to look for what's good before it starts looking for what's wrong. So you are essentially rehearsing happiness. And like any rehearsal, the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. So I want to leave you with this something today. In Sanskrit, there's a concept called sukh, often translated as happiness. But the literal root means a good space within. So, not a good life outside, a good space, yes, within. You can have a difficult job, a complicated family, a full calendar, and still carry a good space within you. Because happiness is not a place you arrive at, it's a home you build brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice. So you're not born to wait for good news to feel alive. You're born to bring the light with you into every room, every morning, every ordinary Tuesday. See, the world is not short on difficult things. It's short on people who choose joy anyway. So be one of those people. So starting tomorrow morning, in fact, you can even start today, start tonight. If you want a head start, try the practice. Three things you're grateful for. One thing you're excited about. Just 4 lines. Do it for 7 days, just seven, and notice what shifts. Not because life will become perfect, but because you will start meeting life differently. So don't wait to be happy. Choose it right now as a beginning. Because happiness is not the reward at the end of the story, it's the ink you write the story with. Yes. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.